Just recorded a whole video to realize I wasn't recording. Nice. I don't know at which point in time you're watching this video, but as of now, the YEAT Deluxe album just dropped with the LIL UZI VERT features on it. It also has a Lancey Faux feature on it. Crazy album. Really, I love it. I don't know about you guys, but I love it. So I thought today we're gonna break down this beat that will be suited for them type of vibes. Let's get into this word that come in. First sound I started off with was this one shot from a random pack. Got out some low end and a really simple pattern which goes like this. The base of this pattern is the D, is the root note. Then I stack these 7th and 8th notes in the scale on top of them. They create some tensions. They make the note a little bit richer and turn it into a chord, into a power chord ultimately. Always keep in mind when you're using a half step distances that this will create a dark vibe. Most of the time, this is what it sounds like. Really simple pattern as you can hear. For the next sound, I went over and used this VST called Search. The preset I used was Chatter. It's a lead, so you can find that in the lead tab. The pattern is always going up in the scale, which creates tension, you feel me? So that's really important. The LIL UZI VERT YEAT is also very dark and like mysterious all the time. So when you use this, it will really add power, add tension to the beat. Really important, keep this in mind. I wasn't satisfied. I still wanted to do some extra processing on this sound, so I used the instance of Looperator. Don't know what I did in this VST. You can figure out by yourself. I just wanted some effects. Don't copy me, please. Just take the effects, take the knowledge you gain from this video and turn it into your own beat. I added some chorusy effects, added like a DJ slap effect, which is also in there. And after all those effects, this is what it sounds like. As you can hear, really spiced up that sound. That was what I was going for ultimately. For this next sound, I really was inspired by 3G. There's this lead sound in there that's just repeating. It's so simple, it's stupid simple, but it is hard. And again, use this half step distance. As you can see, I'm gonna lay this down again for you. So this is what I got. Then I duplicate that again. Then I copied it over in the second bar, but an octave down. And then at the end, I went in and drew this in this variation. This sound wasn't dry, of course. You can really hear there's a lot of processing going on. I cut out some lows, as you can see. Put a tuner on there to make sure that the note was actually in key. Chorus at 50%, which is default. ROM, which is this really big free reverb from Native Instruments with the mix down. And also added this auto pan, which is just you know, doing that thing where it's going from left to right. If you keep all of those steps in mind when you're making an lead, this will sound something like this, and it's very hard. I rendered it out and had this audio channel. It's a bit quieter than the original track, and then I also have it put down an octave, which is, you know, sounds like halftime and creates some variation. This is what it sounds like. For the drums, I took this really regular tragic 808, no effects on there. This is what it sounds like. Really bouncy pattern. I used a lot of the root notes, and yeah, you know, when you're making these YEAT beats, you really gotta keep in mind to make it bouncy. When it's not bouncy, it's not really a YEAT beat, not really a tragic beat, so keep this in mind when you're making these type of beats. I didn't want this 808 throughout the whole beat though, so I added in this extra 808, which is a spins, and yeah, it sounds like this. It's the exact same pattern, but it's just a different sound. A lot more punch here. The other 808 has no punch, so I really need a punchy 808 in there. Layered it with this Chi X Section 8 Kick 3, which is from a pack I found on Reddit. It's not official, I guess it's called. When these are stacked together, they really have a pocket together. They really have a lot of power. That's what I was going for. Really awesome pattern in my opinion. So yeah, that's really it. I took a really basic clap, so I don't need to show you. This is really the most basic clap. The clap sound though is extra saturated color. I really like it. Then I also added the snare in there, which I'm gonna let you hear what the notes are in pocket with 808 and stuff. So yeah, that's really it. really complements the bouncy vibe. For the hi-hats, I really didn't want to go crazy. I just took one hi-hat. Really, it's just a two-step, but then here and there I just double timed this so that it's extra fast. Really also very bouncy. This is something I think Tragic found it, but you know, no rules to this. You can do whatever you want. At the end though, I wanted to spark a little bit more attention, a little bit more excitement, and that's why I drew in this triplet roll, which spirals down. Then I also added this open hat, which is generic, very generic, and it's called generic open hat. Really simple pattern again. Slightly made the second bar slightly more complicated instead of the first bar. Really, I will let you guys hear, and then you can hear the difference. Really, again, complementing the bouncy vibe. Really keep that in mind. But then now we're gonna get into some really big YEAT sauce. This is this bell. This song already was turned, but here's a bell. I personally love it. I think there's a lot of hate, but hey, he's going up and he's making a lot of money. So if you want to be on top of that wave, use a bell. I personally love it. I think it's great. I think it's great that we brought the bells back. For the processing, I cut out some lows. Did this really interesting thing which I'm gonna get into up next. But first, you need to know that you always need to make sure those bells are in tune, because when they're not, they really not hitting. I put it up to 22 centitones and watch with this tuner if it was really on tune. And when I detuned it like that, it was right on that tone, right on the root note, which is a D. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna prove it to you guys. See? It's literally perfect. When I had it at default setting, it was like this, which is slightly out of tune. We don't want that. We want it to hit right on top of the root note. But when you see these red dots in Ableton, it means you automated something, yeah? So this is what I did. I automated this delay, which switches from the 8th note's delay to the 4th note's delay, I guess, and it really creates this blurry warping effect when you have it on repitch mode. It's really important that you keep it on repitch mode, because when you will have it in fade mode, it won't work. But yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at the automation. This is what it looks like. Really sounds very interesting. So now that we got all of the processing on the way, let's just play the pattern and then you can see for yourself. Then after that, I just added my riser, which you can find in my free pack, which is linked down below. Go download that. And this is the beat.
George. Bruh, is that George?
I want to thank y'all at home for watching this video. I really love you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. I'm out.